Hey Scorpio, welcome to your reading. We're going to take a look and see what your message is. So take what resonates, obviously leave the rest. You guys can check out your sun, your moon, your rising signs. But let's see what is going on for you, Scorpio. What is the message here for Scorpio? I got some powerful cards here. I'm going to take the one that fell out. Okay, so the first card that came out for you was Healing the Heart, number 27, Power of Self-Love. Then we have number 53, Soul Radiance with Phoenix Rising. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have number 7 with Divine Feminine, Magnetic Receptive Power. Okay. So, I feel like, Scorpio, you could be feeling like you're coming out of maybe a more challenging time. With the Phoenix rising, I'm almost getting like you're obviously in the rising part of things. So it's like you're coming out of the ashes, right? So it's like maybe everything feels like it's been burned down. Maybe you've been burned, whatever, and it's like you're rising above the situation, or you're just starting to come into like the clear a little bit here. For some of you, I almost feel like this could have been a transformation around your self-love or around the heart, healing some aspect, maybe even within your feminine energy of just like this receptivity and opening yourself up to self-love, but also love from other people. And it doesn't have to be from a romantic perspective. Like for some of you, this even could just be like this could even be like money and stuff as well, because our heart chakra needs to be open in order to receive anything really in our life. So money included. Others of you, this could also just be like you softening a little bit, maybe not being so like rigid because you don't have to keep those protective barriers up anymore. I mean, when I think of Phoenix rising, I think of Scorpio energy to begin with. But we have forgiveness here, number 7. So 2 7s. I feel like you could be forgiving yourself or even maybe other people in your life who have maybe influenced how you love yourself, right? We also have number 43 here with inexperience. And then we have number 11 with nurturer. Yeah, I feel like there's like this softening that's happening. We do have focus here at the bottom of the deck. So you definitely could, I feel like you're just kind of focused on maybe yourself, or just like your own energy. We do have number 44 at the bottom of the deck on this other deck with harvest, gathering of blessings. Interesting because we've got 444. So at the bottoms. So for some of you, that even could be a number that you're seeing. But again, I feel like because you're going through this rising, it's like your blessings, like things are starting to come in. You've opened yourself up to receive. You're like, you've healed some element here, or you're just getting ready to open yourself up. I do feel like there's been some like healing here. It's interesting. This card is giving me like innocence. It's giving me, like possibly from, I feel like you could be rising and you've learned from things where maybe at one point you didn't have the experience, you didn't have the knowing, you didn't have the ability to kind of like rise above or through something, you know what I mean? Like now is the time in your life where you're meant to be exploring that a little bit more, or just able to actually process it sometimes. And she looks very young in this card, and so it's giving me like maybe when you were a child, right? Like you didn't have the capacity to move through some of this stuff. You didn't have the life experience, you just didn't have, you didn't have the understanding. So I almost feel like there's things from your past that you're kind of processing a little bit here. Forgiving people, yourself, the situations, right? And just really nurturing yourself back to life, back to health. So I feel like there's this overall understanding that's starting to come through for you, but also this increase in your self-love. You're feeling more connected. Again, you're feeling a little bit more calm, collected, soft, open. And I really feel like that's going to have you open up to receive a lot of blessings here. You're going to reap the rewards of this work that you're doing on yourself. Let's see. Let's see what the tarot has. See if we get a little more. What's going on for Scorpio here? What's going on for Scorpio? We got the Queen of Wands. We got the Three of Swords. Not surprised to see the Three of Swords. Interesting too, because the Three of Swords can talk about forgiveness, which we literally have that card here. With the High Priestess. What else for Scorpio? Six of Swords. And then we have the 8 and the 9 of Pentacles that have come out here. So, yeah, there's definitely this healing. I feel like there's almost this, again, maturing. It doesn't matter really how old you are. I feel like you're just like, not that you're immature, but it's just like there's this evolution, this growth on where you already have been or where you are, and to like where you're going. There is this transition. We do have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Some of you definitely have been like more maybe cold, logical, maybe disconnected, I want to say, from your more feminine side, or just like, again, your softer, fun, creative side, right? So some of you are definitely, like I said, like softening a little bit. There is this healing that's happening, or that's been happening. But again, the Queen of Wands has a lot of self-love and confidence, and you know, she sticks up for herself, she supports herself, she sets boundaries, she does a lot of good things for herself. And so does the High Priestess. The High Priestess knows when and where to put her energy. And you could be male or female watching this, it doesn't matter, but regardless, it's like you're not so maybe angry, or you're not so consumed by the emotion of maybe what's gone on in your past, or what's happened to you, or what you've experienced. It's like you're healing this this pain. You're forgiving yourself or the situation or people for what you've experienced. The High Priestess I'm seeing here is like you're almost like making peace. I don't know why I'm looking at her and hearing that or seeing that, is like making peace. And that's where I feel like you're rising above your, you know, you're detaching a little bit, but it's not from a place of like bypassing what's been going on. It's like you're processing it, you're looking at it, you're feeling it, and then you're able to see it from a different perspective. And so there's this shift, this transition that I feel like one could be the focus, right? So your focus could be shifting from this, of healing this and processing this, to now I get to focus on my more material, everyday life. Interesting that we have the progression that came out together with the 8 and then the 9 of Pentacles. So I feel like you're putting a lot of effort and work into things, possibly even into like yourself and your own goals, your own visions. Some of you, this could be even in your health or your work, your career, your finances. You're shifting, I feel like, your focus into, again, more of like your material world, or your physical world, I should say, versus like the emotional, internal world. So I feel like, I also feel like, again, this is like the blessings, the harvest, right? Where you are starting to see reap the fruits of your labor, right? Like really starting to see abundance, starting to see growth, starting to feel secure and confident within yourself. Nine of Pentacles is a card of like self-love and self-confidence and self-worth, right? And so you're starting to, I feel like from an emotional perspective, like gain that, but I think this is also helping you start and create and do things in your everyday life as well, because it's like when we feel better, we do better, right? So I feel like there's definitely you opening yourself up to abundance, but it is due to your hard work. It's not just, oh, I'm going to manifest $1 million, right? Like there's definitely work that you've put in, but it's like you're transitioning from a more challenging time with the Three of Swords into a more peaceful time. Six of Swords is coming out of, coming into calmer shores, calmer waters. So it's like you've made your way out of the turbulence. Clarify this Devil card for Scorpio. What is this coming through here? We have the King of Pentacles, we have the Two of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Wands. I see this Devil not necessarily as a bad thing. I see it where you're putting your attention. You could be really focused, especially with the Devil and the King of Pentacles, very focused on your material world. There's a lot of like earth energy coming. Some of you might have earth in your chart, but the King of Pentacles and the Devil is giving me this energy of like focusing on your material world. You might have certain decisions, or you could be just having a lot going on in like, you know, with regards to your health, health goals, financial goals, work goals, anything that would be material based as well. You know, whether that's things around the home, like upgrades, that sort of thing. Like you could be focused on a lot of different things. I think the biggest key here is to make sure with the Devil card that it's not a distraction, that you're not avoiding the pain. I don't feel like you are. For some of you, this is just like, okay, we've processed that. Now we're on to kind of the next thing that needs to be focused on. But I do see you being very busy when it comes to, again, your resources, your finances, your money, your time, your energy. There's also going to be a lot of movement here with this Eight of Wands, like things moving forward quite quickly, actions being taken. So I feel like if you're working on something with regards to your career or your work or a project or something to that effect, things are going to start to take off quite quickly. I feel like you could also see a lot of, again, rewards or like have the harvest from the work that you've been putting in, because there is a lot of like dedication to whatever this is. So I do see you shifting your focus from the healing into the more material side of things. So things could definitely get a lot busier for you when it comes to work or life, just in general. Again, the things or the goals that you're kind of like focused on here. But I think I see things like, again, I see you healing. I see you getting your energy back as well. And as well, like hitting your goals, seeing progress in your goals, seeing, again, the work that you're putting in with this Eight of Pentacles, you're seeing the results with the Nine of Pentacles. You're starting to feel abundant, to see abundance. You're starting to see the growth. So that's really good, because I feel like, I mean, we need that, right? A lot of us need to see the growth, or just see that what we're taking action on is actually paying off for us. So let's get a final message here for you, Scorpio. We have the Realm Bridger, which is this card here. So So it says, as you raise your vibration and explore different states of consciousness, you may experience phenomena you believed only to happen in fantasy stories. Through meditation and journeying, we invite a greater awareness of subtle realities. These realms can be amazing places to bring through pioneering ideas and creativity. This card is about bridging the seen and the unseen. Just as water changes from solid to gas to liquid, we can catch the intangible in other forms. Metaphors, codes, or even maths can form in the path of the visionary. From the mind and the heart, visions can emerge into matter. Dream outside the box. It's time to create the foundations of our realities in a fresh new way. So if you have any ideas around this time, I mean, we did have that Ace of Wands, right? So if you have any ideas around this time that you want to take action towards, I feel like now is the time to definitely start to make those dreams real. And I can see you doing that with all this Pentacle and Earth energy. I see you putting into action your ideas, the things you want to do. It might take a lot of work, or it might make things a little busy, and kind of maybe like you're just juggling a lot. But it's the change that I feel like you need. It's the change that you want, and it's what you feel excited about. So I feel like you're kind of like taking something that is maybe an idea and making it real and practical and tangible, right? Ace of Wands is literally an idea, but we have to plant this seed. We have to do something with this idea, right? And this creativity. And so I see you doing that here. So hopefully that resonates for you, Scorpio. Let me know down below. If not, you guys can check out any of your other signs or a different reading on my channel. As well, if you guys like these readings from me and you want to see more from me, I do post consistently and regularly in the Soulful Circle Tarot membership group for that small collective there, with readings kind of like this, that are more collective but still resonate with the group. So if that's something that interests you, then definitely check that out down below. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here, liking, and subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next reading.